After a month off, we're back for episode 23. We're Knits and Giggles. I'm Brandie.
I'm Debbie.
We live in Alberta, Canada.
And we talk about knitting. And we laugh a lot.
That's why our podcast is called Knits and Giggles.
Hence the name.
Hence the name.
And we talk about books and just other things. Life goings-ons.
Yeah. So let's jump right in. We haven't seen each other not since the last time we recorded the podcast, but since like 2 days after that, because we recorded on the Sunday, I think, and then we had Knit Night Tuesday.
Yes.
Which was like August 5th or something.
Forever ago.
Yeah, it's basically a month. Basically a month. It's crazy. Also, I thought it was kind of funny. We recorded the last podcast on the long weekend, August long weekend. Oh, yes. And now we're recording our next one on the September long weekend.
It is Sunday morning.
It's beautiful outside.
We're in the heat wave. It's like 30-some degrees every day.
And it has been for the last 6 days.
Yeah.
And I think we get like a small reprieve on Monday, and then it goes back up again.
Yeah. And
by reprieve, I mean it's going to be 22 or 23 degrees.
But like, we're in our summer in September, like the start of September.
Yeah. But last year was similar, because I have pictures of us out on the boat.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and we picked up the kids from school last year. Beginning of September, I went to the lake, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was even looking at like Sylvan Lake, that's not far from us. They have that thing on the water.
The gibbet? Wibbit?
Wibbit.
No.
Thing.
Gibbets are what goes on your Crocs,
on
right?
Your Crocs.
Yeah, wibbit.
The water floaty thing to play on. They're still open all week, and they posted their hours. And so like they're open this weekend, and then during the week they're open after school time because kids are in school.
So hot.
And so they open at like 4:30 on the weekdays. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Maybe I should drive out there on a weekday because it's so nice out.
The thing with the end of summer, though, is that it gets dark so soon. Last night at 8:30, I was out here and I was like, I'm going to have to plug the lights in.
I know.
And it happens so fast.
I know. It's weird. Because normally, beginning of summer.
It's till 11. We don't sun.
11 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know wherever you are, what time it gets darker. But, yeah. You're wearing a knit.
I am wearing a knit. I'm not going to wear it for very long.
Because it's so hot.
It's so hot. So I'm wearing my vest, which I hadn't planned on wearing this, so I don't remember. It's by Caidree, but I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look that up. But anyways, I knit this a while ago, and I've only actually wore it once because I knit it right before summer. And I wore it on the podcast, and I wore it out at work once. But I actually want to talk about what I'm wearing underneath it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wearing.
Is this the bodysuit?
I'm wearing the bodysuit. So
is this a different bodysuit?
No, it's the same bodysuit.
Okay.
But I haven't worn it on the podcast, I don't think. So if you watch us, you might remember months ago, before May, we had a whole conversation, I think when I was making the vest, about how I'm not very fashion forward and my closet isn't full of cool things. But I bought a bodysuit. We had talked about bodysuits and maybe like how it'd be kind of cool to wear under my knits and stuff. So I bought a bodysuit from somebody local who brings in just like capsule wardrobe type things, and she brings them in like limited quantities and certain colors are always available when they bring them in, but they bring them in say every 12 weeks or something like that. And then once they're sold out, they're sold out. Like, it's not a store. They used to have a store. But anyways, her values, though, are like kind of capsule wardrobe-y type things, and like anybody can wear them. So the bodysuits and her tank tops are all one size fits most, or one size fits all, which I think is crazy.
Interesting.
I know. I would really like you to try this on.
I have a feeling it will not fit me.
Well, that's how, when I got it, when it came in the mail, it was like literally this big. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but okay, so I digress, but basically this is it's like a swimsuit. It is a thong. It cannot be. I am 41 years old wearing a thong bodysuit, telling the internet. Okay.
But you're like, okay.
I'm blowing my own mind here, okay?
I'm having thoughts.
Yes. But... Okay. I was like, what am I doing? But I decided, okay, I'm like, It's a $55 risk. I think it was $55. It's a $55 risk. I'm going to take this $55 risk. I have spent $55 on stupider things. So, anyways, I get this thing, and I wore it once out to work and then to dinner with Debbie. And I'm going to be completely honest. Before I bought it, the seller had posted, like, ask me anything before they did the launch. And I said, how do you go to the bathroom in this thing? Because it doesn't have snaps.
Very weird.
Very weird. So she said 2 things. She sometimes pulls it aside, okay? Or she takes it off fully. Now, I have never owned a jumpsuit or one of those, like, squirrel suits that everybody raves about, or a bodysuit. But I went on vacation a few years ago. This is going to be the longest bodysuit story ever. Just, like, jetting off. I went on vacation a few years ago with friends, and my friend was wearing this beautiful Smash and Test, I think, jumpsuit thing, and we went for dinner at the resort, and then she went to the bathroom. She came out of the bathroom a few minutes later and was like, the door didn't latch properly, but she didn't know that it didn't latch properly, and someone opened the door, and she was there with her jumpsuit around her ankles, so bra, underwear down, and I'm like, this is why I don't own a jumpsuit. I don't think, in my own,
fully undress.
In my own bathroom, sure. But out in public, feeling fully undressed, like wearing just a bra, feels very uncomfortable to me. Also the whole, like, the jumpsuit thing, like, what if you drop it in the toilet? Because I would totally drop it in the toilet. Like, that is something that would happen to me. So, those were some of my concerns. I did wear it to work once, and I went to dinner with Debbie, like I said, so all day, and I wasn't sold. I was like, I don't know. So it sat in my closet and I didn't wear it again. And then earlier this week I wore it to work. I wore it with different underwear because she said that she wears it over a pair of boy cut short.
This is what I was wondering.
Boy cut underpants.
And it's a thong though.
Yeah.
So
the first time I wore it with, like, I don't know, probably cheeky underpants. I don't really know. They were underpants. I don't know. I don't even remember. But I specifically picked a pair of boy cut shorts this time, boy cut underpants. And so I pull my underpants down. Again, I can't believe I'm telling the internet this. I pull my underpants down really much because I don't want the thong up my ass crack all day. Okay. Anyways, it works. I don't know how it works, but it works. So all day at work the other day, and I work with children, and I'm constantly, like, bending, sitting, moving, crouching, all day long, 8 hours of, like, constant. And it was actually extremely comfortable. And one of the things is I often, especially in the summer when it's really hot, I'll wear just a tank top and I tuck it into my shorts. Mm-hmm. But because I move so much, and because, like, kids are, like, I'm holding them or they're sitting on my lap, my tank tops tend to creep up, and then I worry about my underwear showing, or, like, just feeling uncomfortable with my tank top being up. Mm-hmm. And so I don't have to worry about that with the bodysuit. However, the first time I wore it, whatever I wore it with, I didn't love. I can't remember what pants I wore with, but I didn't love it because I did feel like, because it is cut like a bathing suit, so it's, like, quite high on my hips. And I remember feeling a little bit like I was exposed there. But now I wear it with high-waisted shorts. That's all I've wore it with is these. And the other day to work, I wore it with this exact same style but a different color. And I actually really, really love it. This morning, my son so kindly followed me around my yard as I took pictures of 6 different knitwear tops that I've made over the last little bit. So you're going to be seeing that on Instagram. I know. And I wore the same outfit. So it's just going to be the same outfit with different, but it was like, yeah, the bodysuit was so nice. So I'm kind of loving the bodysuit. That's my whole 8-minute rant about, yeah. Now I feel like I'm quite passion forward, and I'm kind of kicking myself because she did another launch. Yeah. The last time I was in Knit Night, so the first week of August, and I bought one of her tank tops. I can't remember which style it is, but it's like a square neck, and I bought it in black because I wear a lot of black and I like black, and I really, really loved it too. So when her second launch came out, she launched a forest dark green, and then brought back black because it sold out immediately, and I decided to buy another black one because I wear it so much that. And it's just, like, it's kind of capsule-y. Like, it really, like, doesn't matter. You're not going to know that I'm wearing the same thing over and over. And my work is quite warm. Like, I get quite warm there. So I foresee myself, even in the winter, wearing a lot of layers. So I bought those 2 tops. But she had come out with like this kind of dark purpley burgundy bodysuit. And it's a limited edition color, so will not come back anytime soon. And because I had only wore this once and felt like it was a no, I didn't get it. And now they're sold out. And I'm like, dang it. I wish I would have got it. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay.
So welcome to our 40-something perimenopausal clothing podcast. I am wearing a Joe Fresh top from about 7 years ago from Superstore. And it's like little peplum at the bottom.
7 years? That is amazing. It is in good shape.
I'm not rough on my clothes, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
But the thing, I was putting this on today, and I dyed my hair pink again last night.
It looks so good.
And I was thinking, I was always a person that was like, I don't really like pink. I wear a fuck of a lot of pink, actually.
You do wear a lot of pink.
So
I don't like
So
pink.
it's kind of funny, because I'm always like, I don't really like pink. Clearly, I buy pink, I knit with pink, I have pink hair.
Pink looks good on you.
My skin tone goes with pink.
Yeah.
However, my nails are currently dyed pink because I dyed my hair, and that's not what they're supposed to look like.
Oh, so they're like...
This one's gray, and it's supposed to be green.
I was going to say, those are all green except for that one. Did the pink change it to gray?
Yeah.
No.
Well, look at the clear.
Yeah.
Those are
pink
be
from
clear. It'll wash out.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, my nails look really weird today.
They,
Because they're pink.
whatever, embrace it. Nobody knows.
That's right.
Cool. Okay, that's what we're wearing.
Yeah, that's what we're wearing.
That's what we're wearing.
That took 11 minutes.
No. You're welcome. You can just fast forward through the bodysuit thing.
We should have prefaced that. Fast forward for the next 11 minutes
whatever.
if you don't want to listen to this.
They can do that on their own.
That's okay.
Yeah, okay, so we talked about what we're wearing. FOs?
Well, sure.
I'm not looking at my phone, so I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I have whips next, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, do whips.
Okay. I actually have one.
Me too.
So, my cousin is due with a baby in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, that soon?
Yes. I don't know how the time flew.
I feel like you just told me she was pregnant.
I know. I texted her the other day and I said, what happened? Time has vanished and that baby is coming soon. And she's like, I know. So I finally cast on a blanket for this baby because...
You brought the yarn to one of the podcasts.
I did. Well, I ended up buying more colors, right? Yeah. So the pattern I picked is called the Bounce Blanket by Tincan Knits. And it's like a DK worsted.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
So that's the picture. And it's kind of like the scalloped look. And you could really do anything. Like looking at the different patterns on Ravelry, or the projects on Ravelry. Some people do like various colors in the stripes. So they'll do the whole blanket the same color, or just like 2 different colors, or gradients, whatever. There's so many things. So I am striping it because I have multiple skeins of this like light green. So this is the Cascade Anthem acrylic yarn. Great for kid things, baby things. Mm-hmm. And so I bought this one on clearance, and then I went to Fiber Nook, and I just not that long ago, like this month, because I haven't brought these colors yet. Yeah. So I bought 2 of this color, this like orangey color, and I bought one of these ones.
Ooh, do you know the gender?
No, they're not finding out.
That's
which I'm
exciting.
Like, I don't think I could do that.
I did.
You didn't find out?
No.
For any?
No. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
I couldn't do that. I am a planner.
Amazing. I'm a planner too, but it was one of the things I just never wanted. I just wanted a surprise. I like the surprise.
I can't wait that long for a surprise.
Okay.
I'm like, tell me now. Noelle almost was a surprise because she was not cooperative. Huh. Mm. Funny. She's still not cooperative at 14. Yes. So I'm making this blanket. And,
I like it.
Because I have less of these 2 colors, I'm doing, in that picture, it shows like there's a white.
Yes.
In between.
You're doing the...
I'm doing just the light green. So I'll pull out what I have done so far and I can show you kind of what's happening here. I've had to start this twice because I didn't understand what was happening with one of the stitches and I screwed up. Oh, no. So I had to rip it out.
Well, are you going to have it done in a couple weeks?
Oh, well, yeah, but she's not even having a baby shower till October. So I think this will be very fast because it's only like 16. There's 12 rows and you have to do 16 of them. 16 repeats of the 12 rows. So it'll actually go kind of quick.
Okay.
Because it's also thick yarn.
Yeah. That's a lot of rows. 16 times 12. That's like over 160.
But that doesn't seem like very big. Like, this is tiny.
Yeah.
So, this, on the picture, the garter would be the white, right? And now I'm getting into garter again because I finished one of the, like, lace scalloped parts.
Yeah.
I'm basically doing garter and then this light green and then garter again. Then I'll do the next scallop part in one of the other colors, but then go back to the garter for the light green and then do this same amount with light green. So there's just going to be those other two colors in the scallop parts every second or third repeat.
Oh, cool.
To kind of
I can't wait to see where it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be like little pops of color.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's kind of my plan.
That's exciting.
You know, it's fun to knit something different. And like, yeah, the stitch.
Have you ever knit a blanket before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have knit a bigger, like, blanket
We talked about this.
For someone else?
For someone else with the porch.
Yes, the porch drop-off thing.
Yes, we talked about this when you made this blanket.
Yeah.
Or you bought that yarn, sorry.
But there's the stitch in here that was very confusing to me. And actually reading it through again, I was like, this makes sense. But I don't know, in the moment, I was out with some people on Friday for coffee and started then. Like, I had cast it on and I was like, well, I'm just going to get going. It's just a blanket. How hard can this be? But this stitch is slip 2, knit 1, P2, SSO. And I was like,
Pass 2.
So, look how long this writing is for describing this stitch. And I'm giving nothing away really with this pattern because it's just a stitch. So, it's such a long description. Slip the next 2 stitches at the same time as if to knit 2 together. That is inserting the right hand needle tip into the front of the second stitch first, and then the first stitch before slipping these 2 at the same time from the left hand to the right hand. It's just so wordy.
I think I'd have to see it. Like, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I think seeing something like that always helps me.
Knit the next stitch, then lift the 2 slip stitches up and over the knit stitch and off the needle.
Yeah.
So I'm reading this sitting at the coffee shop and I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, somebody please tell me how to do this and I'll just do it. It's the most simple thing. So instead of slipping purlwise, you're slipping those 2 knitwise, like you're going to knit them onto your other needle, knitting one and then passing those 2 over the knit. It's like, so I'm sitting there and Jeanette, our friend, is like, slip them like this, now knit one and then pass them over. And like, I'm like, that. Why doesn't it say that?
Why?
Why is it so wordy? And then the next one is slip 2 through the back loop, purl 1, pass 2, slip stitches over. So it's like slip the next 2 stitches at the same time from the back of the work, inserting the right hand needle tip through the back of the second stitch first. Like, again, so wordy. To just be like, just do this. I don't know.
Break it down. Yeah.
So yeah, I screwed it up in the first time because I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then there's like yarn overs and other things happening in the pattern. So I had to rip it out. But now that I have done like a whole repeat, I'm like, this is actually super easy. So I think it'll be intuitive and I'll fly through it. That's the plan.
Excellent. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the colors in it.
I know. It's going to be great. And as for other whips, I have the same old whips that I've had forever. I started the sleeves of my tessellated. I did not bring it because you guys have seen it many times now.
And you haven't really got much of it? Besides?
I think I'm like half of one sleeve.
That's amazing.
Done. So yeah. You'll see it when it's finished.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 whips. I have a new whip that I don't think I had started. I'm 99% sure. So I'm doing another Inclinations Cowl. I made an Inclinations Cowl with a cotton merino blend and gifted it to... The Inclinations Cowl is by Andrea. I gifted it to my bestie for her birthday. And then I was going to make another one because I have the same yarn that I made hers in. And I have another skein of it. Another huge ball. It was 200 grams. So I was going to do that, but I just finished that in June. And I made it like May, June. I didn't really want to put the same yarn back on. This is like, whatever. But then I was downstairs and I was going through my stuff. And you might remember I had showed off this particular skein of yarn. I made socks with this yarn. It is sock yarn. And I have a ball with a thing on it, so I'll just bring that out. It is by Estelle, and it's Sock Twins Crazy Ball. Now, I don't know why, but I've made 2 or 3 pairs of socks with this yarn out of this one. A pair of socks. 1 pair of socks for sure. And then another pair with the same yarn but in a different colorway, and they don't fit. They're very they're oversized, and I don't know what is happening, but all my other socks are fine, but this just seems to bag out so much, so I didn't want to make socks with them, but I didn't really know what I was going to do, and this was from the first skein, and then this is from the second skein, and then as I was digging in my sock yarn, I found this that had fallen behind a whole bunch of my other yarn. I'm like, so I have I have so much of this, and I will not make socks with it. My son is standing in the window. I can't read the sign, but I bet you anything it says shout out his YouTube channel.
I have no idea what that says. There's glare.
Yes.
Shout out my channel.
He has a YouTube channel recently.
Money Pit dash 69.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Go watch Everett on YouTube. Money Pit dash 69. I don't know what you're gonna learn. Or what it's about.
They're choppy videos, but he has over 2,000 views on a bunch of them. We need that kind of viewage. They're shorts. They're I'm not really good at YouTube, but they're short ones, lots about fishing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did it.
Thank you. Okay, back to the yarn. So I'm I don't know what I'm going to do with all this yarn, and I'm not going to make socks with it because I know that they don't turn out. So then I texted Debbie, and I was like, if I made an Inclinations Cowl with fingering weight yarn, because it's actually a DK pattern, and she's like, it's a choose your own adventure cowl because it's so big. It was quite big.
It was so big.
Yeah. And so we got chatting, and she reminded me that one of our friends had made another Andrea Mowry pattern, the shift.
Yes.
Yeah, in fingering weight, and it calls for sport or DK.
Something.
And you had made it in DK, and then and kind of reminded me, and I tried to remember visually what those looked like. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so I think I can do it. So I casted it on. And back to the I don't like pink thing. I really don't like pink. The first color in that ball was you can't really see here, but it's a yucky pink. I don't really care for it. I wish I would have skipped it. It's a red pink. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have skipped it, but I'm not ripping it back.
It looks quite red.
Yeah, it looks quite red, and also the it's stitched along here, so it's not this is. It doesn't sit like this. You think
that will
it
be
would.
The back then. Yes.
I was trying to remember, but I think so. I think so. Because once you go down, then you start to decrease again. So I think, yeah. So I'm embracing it. However, it goes back into it in the middle. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to go, I like the dark. I'm going to go until it starts to fade again. And then I'm just going to stop using this ball and embrace not using that color. So yeah, so I'm hoping
you have quite a bit of that other color. So
yeah. So this is 100 grams, and the cowl says it needs 200 grams of DK weight. So I don't know what that's going to translate to fingering, but this was a full ball. This was it. Probably I didn't weigh it. Of course I didn't weigh it. This is probably close to that 50 grams, I'm guessing, and then I don't know what this was. But if I do run out, I also grabbed this just gray, and I figure if I have to, because you use 2 colors at the same time, which I didn't with the other one. You'll remember, I just went from the inside and the outside of the ball. So yeah, so I'm making this, but I'm actually really, really liking it. I was going to gift it, but now I think I might keep it.
I like variety. Even looking at patterns for baby blankets, I'm I don't think that I will get through just a plain thing in one color, because I need more engagement either with lace or something, and then color changing or whatever. So when you have something like this where it's very repetitive stitching,
very same for repeats over and over and over again with minor changes as you go through the different sections, whether you're increasing or decreasing.
Yes.
So it's the same thing over and over for hundreds of rows.
Yes. I definitely would need the color changing to keep it engaging.
It is definitely helping. Yeah, I'm really loving this. I'm liking making it the second time better because I understand the stitch better and I can see the stitch better now that I know what it looks like. So I've only made one minor error, whereas at this point in my other one I had messed up the stitches a couple times. Now I can see what I'm doing. And so I'm less likely to make the error. The error I made, I'm not 100% sure how it happened, but I must have forgotten to increase at the end of a row. And so when I went back and did the one special stitch, the knit through the bottom loop, it was off. But I don't understand this right here, but I somehow figured it out right away, but not enough to correct it. I don't really understand what happened, but I was like, oh, something's wrong. Because I think it's because I would have had an even amount of stitches and I should have had an odd. So it didn't mess it up until I got to the very end of the row, and then I was like, oh, something's wrong here. And it's so minor that I don't even think, I actually thought that was it, but I don't think that is. So I can't even find it. And then I did what any brave knitter would do, and I just knit one back loop, front back, to increase the stitch so I'd be back to an even number and carried forth. So that's my one whip. I do have another whip. And also, I also have a dishcloth on my needles, but I'm not going to show you that. But I wanted to say, so dishcloth, this cowl, and my one other whip is 3 whips. I feel like I haven't, like the last few months, I've been working on basically 2 major knits and then having a dishcloth always kind of going. I don't have socks. I haven't knit socks since I did like the May Cuff Club, or maybe April. I think the last one I did was
We've
April.
had socks on the go for like 2 years.
Always. I always have socks. Yeah, always. And I just haven't felt like doing socks, which is so weird. So my dishcloth has become my new like mindless knit that I keep in my car and stuff. But okay, so I'm working on the Eva Cardigan. Eva Cardigan? I do this every time. I'm like, EVA. Do you think that's Ava or Eva? Eva?
Eva?
Eva. The Eva Cardigan by Petite Knits. And if you were here last time, you will remember that we giggled like schoolgirls because I was like, this thing is small. And I had like this much knit on it. So I'd like to point that out. I don't have a lot more knit, but I do have enough to confidently say it would fit more than a 4-year-old.
Okay.
So you do. Hold on, let me. So you do a ton of increasing. Once you get past where I was, when you get to the next section, you do a ton of increasing on the sleeve portion. So the sleeve portion is a construction I've never done before. I've never made a cardigan top down either, so the only cardigan I've made is the Trinnigan, which is
bottom up,
and it's rectangular, right? Like it's very boxy. So this is the sleeve. And so when I tried it on last time, like this was just like here, and there was no increases. So you do increases. I've done a ton of increases on there, and so now it looks like this, and you can kind of see that I think it's gonna fit.
This makes way more sense now.
Yeah, and I think I am gonna have to block it a bit, like stretch it, but it is super wash, so I'm not really concerned about that. Like I kind of laid it out yesterday, and I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, like if it is a little bit tight because it is supposed to be oversized, and there's still the collar, right?
Yes.
Collar and the button band. So, and there's still increases. Like I'm at another section where there's still increases.
This is going to be really nice. I really love this fabric.
I know.
Like this, it just seems so tight.
I'm knitting with what I'm supposed to, and I'm usually a loose knitter, but it's just
like
lovely.
It's just like very.
This yarn is so nice to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I dropped a stitch here. I totally did. Yeah. This yarn is dyed by my friend Masco Stitch, Verda, and I don't know what her, like the base is merino, superwash merino and a tweed. I have to fix that. But it's delightful. It's so nice to knit with. It knits so well.
You know, it's interesting. So, like a little bit off, more about yarn bases.
Yeah.
But on Friday when I was out with some people, one of the ladies there was saying how she wanted to try dyeing her own yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So she needed a whole bunch of bare yarn, and another person we know was kind of having a closing out sale of her store. So she sold the one friend a whole bunch of bare yarn.
Yeah.
And it was, I can't remember what it was exactly called. It was it was fingering weight, regular content in terms of like merino nylon blend, and how it was just more luxurious. Like it was just nicer. And then she had, another friend needed some yarn. So she's like, okay, here, you can have some of this, but then just replace it. Order me some to replace it. And the friend ordered some yarn, but when it came, it was not the same.
Even though
and
it's
it was
exact same fibers.
It was the same content, the same merino nylon blend, but it's not the same microns. So hers was more soft and like bouncy, and the one that the friend had ordered, thinking, well, it's the same thing. It's not. It like felt stiffer. So it's, even like the sock yarn that you're using, the Stell stuff, it could be the same content, but it bags out more like a cotton or something. Like it just doesn't feel the same. So yeah, I'm wondering like what is it about that tweed that feels that way?
Yeah. Also with this sock yarn, the twist, right?
Yes,
The
that makes
twist.
a difference.
And this, because it's the colors twisted together, I don't know, I could be doing this wrong, but I remember a conversation on the internet, on Instagram, with like a Z twist versus an S twist, I think, or something like that. A Z is definitely, and crocheters prefer one twist over the other. I think it's the Z, and it's less likely, so it's the way it's twisted, the yarn is twisted. And so like a Z would be this way, right? A Z would be this way, and then the S would be this way. And so knitters, the stitch definition is better just the way you knit with an S twist.
Right.
And crocheters would, the Z twist is better. And there was actually a company at that time that had a yarn called Z twist, and that's why, because it was Z twisted. So there's like so many details.
Yeah,
about
the
yarn that
different factors. Like I guess if you're spinning or studying that content and all the things that go into garments, like what you're making and what makes it better or worse. That's why, some designers are better than others in a sense that they take those things into consideration when they design a pattern.
Yeah. And they have knowledge and understanding. And knowledge is power, right? Like the more you know, the better you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. It's all very interesting. But yeah, I'm excited about the Eva Cardigan again, because I actually, after the whole like, I think it's not going to fit thing, and then seeing it so small, I didn't work on it for a while, and then I picked it up again because I knew we were going to meet today and I wanted to have some more done. And as it started to come together and I realized that it was growing in a way that like looked like it was actually going to fit me, I am very, very excited for it, and I hope I can get it done in a timely-ish manner. I haven't been knitting a lot, so.
I haven't either. You'd think, we haven't met in a month and we haven't recorded in a month, like that I would have so much more done. I have like nothing done. I've barely knit.
I have not knit a lot. What you see is what I've knit, and I do have an FO that I finished, or 2 FOs I finished, but yeah, I've been on adventures. I've been adventuring, so I was off work for a couple weeks, and we went on 3 very unique, kind of different camping trips in the space of 16 days.
Crazy.
It was crazy, and it was amazing and great, but I actually, the first trip, I thought I would knit more in the car, but we went to southern Alberta, and I haven't really explored a lot past Calgary, and I had not really been in the area that we were at, and I didn't knit in the car at all, because I was just so fascinated with the landscape and everything. So
the windmills and all the stuff.
The windmills,
southern Alberta,
yes. And how you look at this side, you're like driving, and you look over here and there's windmills, and then you look over here and it's literally mountains.
Yeah, it's very interesting landscape in southern Alberta.
So beautiful. Yeah. We went down to Waterton National Park, and we almost died. It was great. We did this hike. So we biked in on this trail, and there was like this map that said whatever, showed you biking trails and hiking trails and stuff. And we'd planned to hike, but then we were looking at this map, and my husband, okay, so funny story. Before we went on this trip, my husband was like, I want to take the bikes. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I feel like you don't want to bring your bike. And I was like, well, no, it's not that I don't want to bring my bike. I love biking. I just don't feel like we're going to bike on this trip. Like, and so we were taking my car, and we were sleeping in a rooftop tent that we had purchased earlier this year. And so the tent was on top of my car, and then my car has like it swings open, the back trunk thing swings open like this. So we had to put the bikes on the back, right? So that blocks the trunk. Because we were tenting it, we had a cooler and a bin with all of our belongings in the back of my car, and then our clothes were in the back seats. So we were living out of a car, essentially, right? So every time we needed food and stuff, we have to open the back hatch. Well, the bikes are there. So I said to him, I'm concerned that we're not going to ride our bikes very much, and they're going to be a pain in the butt, because we're going to have to move them every single time we need to get into the back. And he's like, well, my bike rack, you pull one pin and then it flops down like this with the bikes on it. You just have to have something holding them. He's like, so I think it's going to be fine. And I was like, okay. I was like, we will take the bikes on the condition that you cannot grumble. Not one grumble. Like, hey, we have to put ice in the cooler. We're in the co-op parking lot on day 5. And we've done this a million times. No grumbling. And he's like, okay, so no grumbling. So we were on day, I want to say 3 or 4 of our trip, and we hadn't used the bikes.
No.
Yeah. So we're in Waterton, and we only went for 5 days. So yeah, we were in Waterton, and we were gonna hike, and then we got there and we seen this map, and there was like this thing that said that there was a shared trail, so you could bike and hike on it. And I hadn't done a lot of research ahead of time, which I like to do, hadn't made a plan. But so I said to my husband, you know what? Because he's like, let's hike it. And it was like, I want to say 11 kilometers. And I was like, ooh, that's going to be a hike. And we weren't really prepared for it. But I'm like, okay, we can do it. And then I was like, you know what? Let's bike it. Like, it says we can bike. Let's bike it. And he's like, okay, yeah, let's bike it. And he's like, I really appreciate you throwing me a bone with these bikes. So we get on our bikes and we bike. And we get 6-7 kilometers in our bikes, like flew through it. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Beautiful but eerie, because there was a fire that had gone through. I don't know when, but all the trees were burnt. It just actually kind of creepy. And I said to my husband, like, does this kind of like freak you out a little bit? Like, we're just like driving through dead forest. Like, it's beautiful, but it's like eerie. And he's like, well, it wasn't creeping me out until you mentioned it.
You're biking into the apocalypse.
It does feel like it a little bit. I'm like, all that we're missing is like a murder of crows. He's like, can you please stop? So then we come to this sign, and there's like this little sign, and it says that I can't remember, Goat Lake, and like it points up into the mountain, and it says 2.5 kilometers Goat Lake Trail, but you can't take your bikes. And I was like, 2.5 kilometers? Yes, let's hike it. I mean, 2.5 kilometers, I can do that in my sleep. No, Brandie, you cannot. So because we decided to bike and not hike in, we took our hiking backpacks off and put all of our gear in onto my bike, because I have a bike carrier thing. So we didn't have our hiking water packs. We had just water bottles, huge, heavy water bottles, because they were on our bikes. And we didn't have a backpack. We decided not to bring one at all. So we're literally going up this 2.5 kilometer goat trail up the mountain. On the edge of the mountain at some points. It's literally, I'm not even exaggerating, it's this wide, and then it's just like cliff, and the elevation is like this. And I'm like literally taking 10 steps, holding onto my heavy water bottle, gasping, and I'm like, how far do you think we are? And Jeff could see a waterfall coming, and he's like, we all have to be almost at the lake. Like, the lake has to be at the bottom of that waterfall. We can see it. And I'm like, okay, I think I can keep going. And so we're like trudging up, and Jeff looks back at me, and he's like, babe? I'm like, yeah. He's like, there's the waterfall. He points in the opposite direction. The goat trail goes up the other way. So we're going, I'm like, why is it going away from the waterfall? I thought we were almost there. So we're like hiking. I'm dying. I'm preserving my water. I don't even know how long we've been there. And we had grabbed fruit on the way up, but like it's gone. Going up this, like, this can't be 2.5 kilometers. Like, how did they track this? Like, this goat trail is more than 2.5 kilometers. So we get to this super sketchy spot, and these two ladies are coming down the other way, and they're like decked out, like full decked out. And here we are. I wasn't even wearing proper shoes.
Oh my god, it's like when I wore the Birkenstock.
Like, I was wearing running shoes, but I wasn't wearing my hiking boots, and I should have been wearing my hiking boots. And so they talked to Jeff first because he's way ahead of me because he's been running on the treadmill at work, so he was much better conditioned than I was. And they're like, they were judging us. And she told him, don't get lost. And he's like, this is the longest, he made a joke because that's who he is. He's like, this is the longest 2.5 kilometers I've ever hiked. And she's like, I don't know who told you it was 2.5 kilometers, but it's actually 10 point whatever. But that was from the parking lot, and we biked the first 8. Okay, lady. Like, so, but we got up just past these ladies, and it turned into like shale and very, very steep and very like uneven. And we went up a little tiny bit, and then I was feeling very unconfident. The lake was just around. I couldn't see it, but it was definitely just around the way. But we would have had to come back down. And I was concerned because it literally, like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, this was the trail. It was all shale, up into the mountain, and then cliff. Like, you just fall off. And I hate heights. And I was already, like, gassed. And we're carrying water bottles. It's just, like, the worst thing ever. So we made the difficult decision because we were so close and it was so hot to just turn around and go back. And I'm going to admit something. This is super petty, but I don't care. When we got to the bottom, we got on our bikes and we're whizzing because on our bike trip up was all an incline, but going back was a decline. And on my bike, also my bike is not meant for this type of trail. Because I got a new bike this year and it's more for road. And so I'm on this trail and I'm whizzing and I see the two ladies that were mean to Jeff in front of me. And I have this like aggressive bell that he bought me for Christmas. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. As I like speed past them. It felt good. Yeah, so.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. And then we're in the parking lot putting our bikes back on. I'm holding my bike while Jeff puts his back on. And I look over and I'm like, huh, that looks like my cousin's kids. That's my cousin. So
one of the ladies was your cousin?
No.
I'm like, how do you not know that?
No. In the parking lot, they had just arrived to go for another hike. But my cousin lives in Barhead and I haven't seen her in a few years. And we see each other very rarely. But here we are. 7 hours from home and we see each other in the parking lot. She like I like waved and then she was like, what are the chances? I'm like, very, very thin. Like, I don't think there is. It's crazy. So we had to take a selfie for my aunt who's in her 70s and
that's funny.
Tickled that she saw me. So yeah, so that's part of my trip. It was great.
Crazy.
Yeah. Good memories though. I'll never forget not making it to Goat Lake.
At first I was like, what were we talking about that started this? And it was about it was that we didn't have lots of time for knitting.
Yeah.
This is why.
This is why. Yeah, this is why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you have an FO.
I do. I have 2. Okay. So I have the panty liner pouch.
Oh my god. That's what it's been called now. That's a great name.
Yep. I don't love it.
I would love if you please take pictures and post a Ravelry project and
call
name it
the
Panty Liner Pouch. That would be so funny because other people will see that.
Yes. So, I'm not going to tell you the pattern because I went off pattern, but I had purchased the pattern and I was struggling to follow the pattern. I don't think it was the designer's fault. I think it was me. But
it turned out really cute.
It is really cute. I wish it was squarer than rectangular. Because I want to put a plant in it was the idea. I'm going to have to find a square pot. I tried a couple of my round pots and I thought it would be okay, but it's not. So I need a short square pot.
Bonsai tree pot.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
They're rectangular. I have a plant one at home. They're rectangular and like shorter.
Yeah. I need some, it needs to be quite short.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wish that I would have, I don't know how to make a buttonhole in knit. I do know how to do it in crochet, but I don't know how to do it in knit. And if I would have known, I think I would have made a buttonhole, and then it could have been a little pouch. It's not that I don't like the pouch itself. It's I don't like the colors, only because I see it in a panty liner and now I can't unsee it. And this isn't really my color, but I still plan on gifting it, and I think it'll be cool, cute, and I like the buttons. I just sewed these on as Debbie was walking in my door.
They're super cute.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody gifted me these. They're just tree cut-offs. They're really cute. Yeah.
Buttonholes. I think you cast off a couple stitches.
Oh,
to make kind of
that
like
would make sense. Cast off the stitches.
Just
yeah.
like as wide as you need to.
Yes.
Like a few stitches. I've done it a few times. But
yeah. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. So that's my one FO, and then my second FO is my second little toddler blanket, which turned out really cute. I used 3 different stitches. I crocheted this. So the first one was herringbone half double crochet, and then this is like, I call it an X stitch, but I don't really know what the technical term is. You just cross half double crochets over, and then just a half double crochet stitch with a single crochet alternating, because I like the texture, and then a little border.
Cute.
Yeah.
I like the various textures on this.
Yeah, I made, okay, so funny story. A few years ago, my kid was playing soccer, and everybody had to do like a volunteer commitment. And you signed up online, and I was late because my kid decided last minute to sign up for soccer. So when I signed up for the commitment, I couldn't do volunteer hours because the volunteer hours are during this big tournament thing that they do. But because Jeff was away for the weekend, I didn't have anybody to take Ev to the tournament games while I volunteer at the thing that they do. Mm-hmm. So, which is kind of hard for parents when they're by themselves or whatever. So I couldn't sell raffle tickets or do any of that. So I needed something where it wasn't a time commitment, and there was they do these raffles where you buy these tickets and then you put them into all these prize buckets. And that's what I had done previous years, but they always do like 15 or 20 prizes, but there's a theme, and then they have like 5 or 10 parents donate. It has to be a value of $150. So you don't have to buy something that's $150. So what we had done in the past was pick things that my husband's company could purchase at Canadian Tire. So like the one time we did camping, we bought a camp stove that was on sale for $75, but the value was $150, and we donated that. Mm-hmm. But the only prize baskets left to donate to were baby boy and something else. And so I was talking to a friend about it, and she's like, why don't you make a blanket and a hat? And I was like, because it's got to be $150 worth. And she was like, and you don't think one of your handmade blankets is worth that? Yeah. And I was like, you're right. So I put together a whole little thing with crocheted things, and so anyways, I made a blanket like this with different colors, with different stitches, and it was so cute. So I was like, I'm gonna make that again. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So that's my other FO. So take that to work. It's a donation. That's it. That's all I got. You finished!
I was going to put them on a sock blocker, but I didn't. My Louise lace socks are done. 2 years later.
Not quite. We started them this weekend, I think. That's amazing.
Ta-da! So they are, it's a lace sock pattern. Louise lace. Ta-da! And they're made in Rose Hill yarns, and Rose Hill is owned by Robin, and she's from Kalmar, so she's local, and has really nice yarn, and they remind me of like robin's eggs or something.
They do.
Like little.
Mm-hmm. They're so cute.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm so glad you done that.
I
Do
know.
they fit?
I can't. Yes, they do fit.
Mine are a bit too big.
It's not sock wearing weather right now,
Nope.
so they'll be worn this fall winter. But
I'm gonna try throwing mine in the dryer, and if that doesn't work, I think I'm gonna use them as my slippers at knit night when we're in the hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yay!
That's
I finished
exciting.
socks. It's amazing.
And you cast on another pair of socks, didn't you?
I did, but so the whole thing with that, I had to rip them out because I was trying to make the like shorty socks with the heel tab. Mm-hmm. You know those ones that have like the tab at the back of the foot.
Mm-hmm. Like to pull on them.
Yeah, they're
like a boot, like a rubber boot little tab.
They're yeah. Let's see if I can find a picture of one.
I'm.
I'll just go on So the problem was I had found this pattern and I started making them, and then I didn't actually save the pattern in my favorites on Ravelry or print it. I was just like going off of it. I'm like, I'm going to start this right now. And I started going. But then when I went back to pick them up again, I had no idea what pattern it was. So
I find that so funny.
I was like, shoot. So I had to like rip it out because I was like, I have no idea what socks I was making. And there's a lot of heel tab sort of socks. So they look so like that.
Oh, okay. I was
So the
thinking
cuff,
that's cute.
So yeah, so the cuffs are like double because you start and then you have to like fold them over and attach and keep going.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I would like that.
They're really like there's so
I like that. That's
there
very
are
slipper-like.
so many different ones. Like those are
Show me
adorable.
the green ones that I just saw. These ones. Oh, I love that. I love the stitch pattern on that. The Judah ankle socks.
Yeah, the stitch pattern looks like broken rib or fisherman's
it does
rib or
look like
something.
fisherman's
So
rib,
it's
yeah.
like
I like that. I wonder what that would feel like on your foot. Like, I bet you that would be good.
very cozy.
Very cozy.
I think.
Yeah. Judah ankle socks. I'm trying to remember that. Maybe I'll do those.
I'll just save it.
Thank you.
And then oh, it says
I want
oops,
I want those
something
in
went
that
wrong.
color.
Why? It's not letting me save it for some reason.
Weird.
Okay.
That's okay.
I don't know why.
I'll try to remember that.
What if I go like this? Why doesn't it like even let me send it to you?
I always have to add WhatsApp to the send list. What else is new? What else is happening? Do you have patterns?
I do.
I do too.
I don't know why I won't. We'll just remember.
I've been saving patterns for the whole last month, and I picked 3 of my favorites. Have you seen the Bloom Vest by Camilla Vad?
Maybe,
Okay.
but probably not something I remember. No, I have never seen this.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah,
And
it's
different.
really cute.
I
It is
love
very different.
how different it is. And I think, I don't know for sure, but I kind of glanced at that on Ravelry last night. And there's one of the projects where the person put the blooms, the circles, in a different spot than this one was.
Mm-hmm.
So, here it is. This one.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so I really like it, but I don't know how that's achieved. Like, I don't know if it's color work. Like, if you look at this one, it almost looks like it's stitched, like that white one looks like it's stitched on top or something.
They all do.
They all do, yeah. Like, they all, yeah, they do.
Oh, look at that. That's like looped around. Like
Looped,
this.
yeah, like, it looks like embroidery to me.
Yeah, I think it might be.
It might be. So, but I love it, and I kind of want to make it. And I love like, there's a few different examples, but I love the tone on tone with like a little bit of a pop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't make mine pink, but I also like the gray.
Cute.
Yeah, so that was one of my patterns. I'm just gonna look and see. It doesn't say. Oh, I remember now. It's because that is written in a different language.
Oh, yes.
And so I wasn't sure. Like, it does say, yeah.
You have to buy buy the pattern to find out.
Well, I don't know, because there is, oh yeah, it's, okay, never mind. I didn't locate it. It was at the top. Soft and spacious vest with fine embroidered bubbles that blooms all over the vest. So yes, the vest is knitted seamlessly in the round bottom up. Ugh, bottom up.
No, those are so hard.
They are for the fit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be my next vest I make. Although I'm a little concerned because the neckline is so high and I don't love high necklines. Rather have it to be V-neck.
Well, you could change the neckline.
No, but I'm not good at that yet.
Just
Especially bottom up. How would I make it bottom up?
Well, you just, when you get to the neck, then you just do like ribbing instead or something.
Oh, like instead of making go high.
Yeah,
But wouldn't
like
I have to change the stitch? Like, wouldn't I have to do decreases or something to make it lower? Can I not?
No.
Like, so like with this one, it was bottom down,
Mm-hmm.
and there was the like shaping for the V, right?
Right.
So wouldn't there be shaping to make the neckline here?
Well, you probably
Like-
get to a certain point and then you start to decrease to make it less. So just don't decrease. Don't decrease as much.
And then it goes up into the neck, you mean? 'Cause
Well,
it's
they're
like
probably decreasing to
Mhm.
make it like smaller.
Okay.
And then that looks very mock neck. So then
Yeah.
they're going higher with their knitting.
I got you.
So then just don't do as many decreases to have it be lower,
Lower.
and then just do ribbing.
And then
instead
just
of-
do ribbing. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Yep. It's hard for me to alter patterns when I haven't done something. Like if that one was top down, I would probably just put this kind of into that one and
Right.
like make it work. But the idea of like doing something that I haven't done before and trying to alter it, I know
Mhm.
some people are really good at that, but I haven't made enough things to make myself feel confident at that yet.
And you can just rip it out. I think I've ripped out enough stuff to just be okay with it now.
Right? and I love that. Like I want to get to that point, but I'm like I don't want to waste my time. Although sometimes I am like I'm just gonna rip it out and I'm gonna be fine. Yeah.
Are you more of a product knitter or a process knitter?
I think I'm a bit of both, but I do like a good finished product that I like.
Right.
When something turns out that I don't like, that I put my time into that I didn't love, like this I'm not loving, then I feel like I have a little bit of like, did you waste your time? And
Right.
I feel more of that when I am more busy. Like if I'm less busy, then and I have more time and I can enjoy the process. But when I'm busy, like even like last night I was working on the Inclinations Cowl because I wanted to get more done to show today, and there was like this part of me that's just so silly because like it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter in a week. It's not going to matter in a year. And but like there's this part of me that's like, you don't have enough done to show it on the podcast. Like there's I
Right.
have that. That is definitely something that my brain does to me a lot.
Mm.
And I think other people aren't like that.
I don't know. Like, I didn't bring the same old things to show because I haven't gotten very far. Like
That's
the
fair,
tessellated
that's fair.
sweater. But I think that sometimes I am more processed just because I'm okay.
Not finishing or finishing it slow.
Yeah, because and like there are times when I find so many patterns I like. Like I have 4 on this list right now that I'm like, oh, these are so fun. I'd love to knit all these. And then I buy all the yarn and I have so much yarn. And I'm like, I'd love to knit it all.
Same.
And then it almost feels like pressure, like I need to knit faster. But that is not the point of knitting.
No.
Like to knit faster. Get it done. So
Yeah, I have
I'm
to
just
remind myself.
I think that I'm just okay, more so okay now than I was a few years ago with like, because I've made things I don't use and wear and like so many shawls. Why did I make?
Yeah,
Like,
and I
it was fun to make them. I don't wear them. So it's okay if I'm knitting something that I know that I'll end up wearing and it's taking me a long time. And if I screw it up and I have to rip it out, then fine, and then I'll make it again. Like, yeah.
I know I don't like shawls, so I won't knit them anymore, but I'll knit cowls.
Yeah.
I also have a little bit of like, do I need another cowl? But then it's
Right.
like, okay, it's completely different. It's different colors, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. A cowl specifically. And I also think like with sweaters and stuff, like our bodies change, our lives change, like what we need and want, like even like, you know, temperature wise. I probably will never knit anything. This is DK weight, I think. I would never knit anything heavier than this. I wouldn't because I know that it's too hot. So like that's one of the things too. Like I have some sweaters that I crocheted that are way like I won't wear them because they're hot and they're heavy and they're bulky and yeah. So like our like wants and needs change too. So I donated a couple of things that I crocheted not that long ago, and I felt kind of good about that. I was like, I hope somebody else finds them at the thrift store and loves them.
Yeah.
So yeah. But back to your question though, like specifically the process or product. The other thing for me is in the past year since we started doing the podcast, I feel a little bit more like
more
this
pressure to have something done.
either done or started or progress that I'm showing like the difference. But I don't think that we really need, and I tell myself this every week that we record, like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like we have pretty good jive and lots to say otherwise that people enjoy listening to. So it doesn't.
I
it's not
assume
always
so.
I mean, people keep watching us.
This is true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Pattern.
Yeah. Show me another one.
So, this one. Go away. I have to find it. If I click on, it's so awkward on my iPad. No, that's not where I want to go. Here. Favorites. Ta-da! This is a dishcloth. But look how cute it is.
Oh, I love the texture.
I like the little, like, whatever these are called.
Are they
Like, just the,
they look like a small knot.
like, I just like, it's
I like
called
the
the
texture.
rooted dishcloth. Yeah. It is by, let me go back and see on my notes. It's a free dishcloth, and it's just by a lady named Margaret.
I love it.
It says Margaret. So I don't know who Margaret is. But
love it.
the rooted dishcloth. And I saw it the other day, just on my Ravelry feed, and I was like, oh, this is really cute. So, not that I knit a lot of dishcloths, but I liked it.
So my next one is the Clay Tee by Haley Smedley. Yeah, Smedley. And her business name is Ozetta. And I'm going to show you, she made a long sleeve version, and I like the long sleeve version better than the t-shirt. But again, texture.
Cute.
Yeah. So, and I think it's made with a silk blend. So it's like, it looks like it's, what is that called? Why am I blanking? Not stockinette. Garter. Don't look at me like that.
No, I did that earlier with
Yes.
the blanket. I was like, garter stitch. That's what that's called.
I think it's just stockinette and garter at different intervals to kind of create the texture, and then I'll show you the t-shirt version as well. And I think I just like the long sleeve version. It is quite oversized. I was hoping for a front. Yeah, it's quite boxy, which I don't know if that looks great on me. But yeah, I like the long sleeve version better. So, yeah. I'm really into texture apparently right now. I'm very drawn to patterns with a little bit of texture.
Well, they're engaging, like we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, thinking about, like, you know, even though we're in a heat wave, colder weather is coming.
It is. Like tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but like next week.
It'll just happen.
This is going to smack us in the face.
This is called the Udon beanie.
Udon.
I know.
Like the noodle.
Yes. So, by Sandra Kwan. So it's a bulky. I just like, again, the texture and the varying stitches, and it creates like the different direction of how the stitches go.
The different direction.
It's cute.
It is super cute. I could see it in two different colors, like color blocked.
I wonder how that would work in this. It'd be more in Tarja probably.
Yeah.
To do that.
I love that.
But when I started like diving into Sandra's patterns and all the different ones she has, she has tons. They're all named after noodles. Fettuccine, udon, spaghetti, like everything.
I love it.
Noodle patterns.
So
Yeah.
like the designer that does everything like sweater number 1 and sweater number 12, it's all noodles.
Lasagna beanie, chow fun, penne, pastabilities cowl,
Pastabilities.
garlic noodle rotini beanie.
I love it.
Hilarious. Like, so this whole like pasta thing.
What if she runs out of pasta?
Gemelli cable, tortellini beanie,
Is there a
ravioli
Fusilini?
beanie. Maybe there's a cavatappi cowl. Just faux.
I love it.
Pasta la vista. The romantic. Romantic. The bow tie, guys. She puts them on shoes.
Oh my god, that's adorable. I love the like wit and puns. Like
I know. Sandra Kwan.
that's
Go
amazing.
Find her stuff. This lasagna bag, though. Look at the lasagna bag.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Now I want to make one.
It's super cute.
I want a lasagna bag.
She just has some really fun. You are Stroganoff cowl.
This is amazing. I have so many questions.
Like, why pasta?
And like,
Sandra Kwan?
Yeah, Sandra Kwan. How did that come to be? Wait, I'm gonna name. Like, did you name your first pattern after pasta, and then it just became a thing?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny.
That is funny. I love it. There's so many pasta things.
Yeah.
Cool.
One more?
I have one more.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the Sisterhood Cowl by Brianna Orlean, which is so funny because I actually seen this as a shawl, and I sent it to Debbie, and I was like, I would love this if it was a cowl, but I'm not knitting any more shawls. And then I was like, why don't I check on Ravelry and see if there is a cowl? And there was a cowl. So it's mosaic, and you know I love a mosaic pattern. Yeah, and it uses spin cycle, so I think I'm going to use some of my spin cycle for this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I might. The spin cycle that I won from the Grocery Girls Christmas giveaway, I might do that. It's kind of rose goldy, so I think if I paired it with either a cream would look really good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so that's, yeah, I haven't bought it yet, though, because
there's many other things to do. So this other pattern is called the Slip Stitch Summer Bag. All the bags. You know, I don't have a bag on the go at all.
Yes, you do.
I know. Look at it. So it's a combination of slipping like mosaic and intarsia to make like the various color.
I've never knit intarsia, but I've seen so many patterns lately with intarsia. I think the universe is telling me to learn intarsia.
Well, this looks like it would be fairly easy because it's like a flat knit.
I love the I-cord strap.
Yeah. Like it's knit, looks like it's like knit flat, and then you just seam it together on the sides, like it's just a little fold over.
And I love her photos too, like the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Very cute. Very styled. I love it.
Very versatile.
Very versatile. I want one.
Anna Husemann is the designer. And then I have one more.
Okay.
What is my other one, you ask? Let me find out.
Is it a bag?
Yes. No. It is something for back to school.
Ooh.
So for all those people out there, it's called the Peapod Marble Fidget Toy. Have you seen this?
No.
By Shanaline Designs, Shanna Cohen. So
I feel like I'm gonna laugh.
it is a fidget toy for kids. So you put
marbles in it,
and
then
knit
they
it,
can
and then
go
throw
up and
some
down.
marbles in it, and then
And then-
I-cord the top.
Yeah, and you just push them up and down.
Yeah.
I love that.
Little
I love that it's
marbles.
enclosed. You don't have to worry about the marbles popping out.
Yeah, little Peapod fidget toy, and she's got it like puts it on a beaner, so then it can like clip onto things.
Oh, I
like clip onto the kid's
yes.
backpack or something.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
I know, I like
it'd be
it.
a good stash buster because you could just use like a small
Little
amount of yarn.
tiny amounts. Yeah,
And
it
it
says
wouldn't-
DK.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't really matter the weight because you could just.
She had made one. I'll have to look quickly on Instagram, if I can find it. She made one that looked like a pencil, and I was like, "That's so cute for back to school." Am I even on the right Instagram account? Maybe. No, Meta. I don't want your help. Stupid AI. Go away.
While you're looking for that, would you find it?
Yeah, I did. Look.
That's so cute.
She makes one that looks like a little pencil and then pushes the marbles up and down.
And a pink eraser would be cute too. Oh yes, I love it.
Super cute for those kids who need to fidget. Yeah. Those are my patterns.
Sweet. I was just going to talk about kind of what we're up to. We have a lot going on in this next month. I was looking at my calendar and I'm like, whew.
Every weekend's like a knit thing almost.
Almost every weekend.
Crazy.
And the weekends I don't have knit things, I have other fun things happening with my family. So September is going to like just fly by. In 2 weeks is Prairie Fiber Festival, which I am killer excited for. It's in Lacombe. and Lori is the organizer. We've gone to Prairie River Fest quite a few times, and yeah, we have extra entries. So every year Lori designs a different color for the pins, and that's what you get. To your entry is a little pin with Goldie, right?
Yeah.
Is the sheep. Goldie is the sheep, and Lorenzo is the llama.
This is last year's, so it's red.
Yeah, so every year is a different color, and that's how you know. You can make a whole collection. I have a few of them. I have a red and I think yellow too. So anyways, we have extra pins. We're going to give these away. Check out our Instagram this week. We're going to get that. And then they will be available. You'll just have to, if you win, you can let the volunteers at the front table know, and they'll have these ready for you, so we don't have to worry about mailing them out or anything.
Yeah, we'll just give your names.
Yeah, and it'll be
they'll let you in.
Easy peasy giveaway on Instagram. We'll get that done. We both kind of forgot about it.
But that's okay.
Like,
Lori's like, that's okay. Just give me the names.
Yes. So super excited about that. And we are actually taking a class there as well. And I just saw that our class is sold out.
Yes.
But if you're seeing this and you're like, I live near Lacombe and I want to go on the 13th there, and the 12th is Friday night, and there is Goldie's Gathering, which we are also going to. And there's spaces available in that. So if you want to go to that, it's, I think, $10, and you get a gift and a couple hours knitting with people.
I think there's refreshments.
Yeah.
Like, it's $10, and it like includes so much more than $10 worth of stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And
you can take this if you want.
Alright. And yeah, it's, so yeah, come to that. And then also, what was I gonna say? I lost my thought.
About what we're doing, or about that weekend?
About that weekend. Something about that weekend. Goldie's Gathering. Oh, but there's other classes, is what I was going to say. There's other classes that aren't sold out. So if you were thinking about doing a class and you're seeing this, go check, because I think ours is the only one that's sold out.
There's a brioche class.
There's one about, like, weaving? Maybe? More weaving? And then there's one also about wool, like, learning more about wool. The brioche class, I was thinking I should take that, because I haven't done brioche yet.
Who was teaching that? I can't remember. Susan? Maybe? I'm pretty sure the instructor for that is local and like from the Edmonton area, and is fantastic. I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to look at the classes so I can tell you all of them. Beautiful Brioche, taught by Marilyn Gill. Yeah. And there is Wool Wash and Fiber Prep. That's what I was thinking of. Taught by Callie McCaskill. Gail. I can't read.
Gail McCaskill?
Yeah, Gail McCaskill. I don't know why I read that as Callie. And Spin It Up a Notch. This is the one I was thinking of too, where it's, do you already know how to spin? Sorry, my Instagram is going too fast. Do you already know how to spin? We would like to take the next step. So, intimidated by some of the fiber prep steps that you see, need to conquer your fear. And yeah, so it fills in all those gaps. And that's taught by Alana Goodfellow. And then the therapeutic benefits of using fiber and mixed media. That's kind of cool. I like that one. And Cables and Lace Together by Marilyn Gill as well. So
cool.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with Cables and Lace, or you want to learn more, those are those.
And the classes are super affordable. I think it was $100 for our class, and it's 3 hours long and includes all of the supplies.
And it includes your entry.
And your entry into the show.
Yeah.
So
they're very, very cost effective, I think.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Like 3 hours of someone's time. That's amazing.
Yeah. I think for some of the other ones, like I think our class supplies are included. I think our friend is taking the brioche class and it says that supplies aren't included, but well, that makes sense because you're going to bring your own project to start trying to work on. So why would they give you something, right? A little bit different, but yeah, it's going to be super fun.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah. And at the end of the month, we're going on a fiber mill tour.
It's a field trip. So excited.
So excited. Right now there are 13 or 14 of us going.
That's exciting.
Yeah. We get to go, it's an alpaca fiber mill that's local. And we get to go tour the mill and meet the alpacas and visit the farm. If you follow them on Instagram, what is their
Twisted Sisters.
Well, it's Twister Sisters Mill, and then the alpaca farm is like Sunshine.
Oh, I didn't realize it was
a different name.
I didn't know that.
Sunshine something alpacas. I don't want to give the wrong information. I'll have to put it in the show notes. But I follow them on Instagram, and I think one of their alpacas just won some farm award or something. I'm not really up with the farming thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We're going to go hang out with a famous alpaca.
A famous or award-winning alpaca. And then they have a storefront. So anybody can go and tour the mill and the farm. And if you're local or if you want to travel and have a little day trip or something, they just ask for a donation towards it. So it's like $10 of a donation to go towards their farm or their mill. And you can just go and book your tour. They want, for a tour, 6 people minimum to kind of make it worth their time. And if you buy something in their store while you're there, they don't make you pay the $10 donation. So, because you're buying something from them anyway.
Oh, that's lovely.
So you just don't, I guess you pay at the end your $10 or whatever, but if you're shopping at the store and buying more, they just waive your fee. They just waive your fee, your $10 fee. Yeah.
That's
so
extremely generous.
Super nice, letting people come. And they were just open farm days in Alberta were not too long ago. And they were part of open farm days so people could go and tour and stuff. So, yeah. Super fun. So I'm excited to go do that with a group of fiber enthusiasts. What else? We were supposed to do a wet felting class this month. Our friend is planning wet felting scarves and mittens. So she booked a couple hauls to be able to do this, but she needed, the timeline is so fast because she was wanting to do the scarf class on the 21st, and then we didn't, I registered for it and a couple other people registered, but then she didn't hit the minimum that she needed because she has to order, she wasn't charging even for her time. She was just charging for supplies, but she also had to order a minimum for supplies, and she didn't hit the minimum people to make that worthwhile.
Oh, no.
So she canceled the scarf one and is running the mitten one still in October, and then she'll just rebook the scarf one at another time. But
I wanted to do the scarf so bad, but it's actually on a weekend that I'm away. But that's
yeah.
life.
She'll do it. Yeah, she'll do it another time, and it'll be super fun. But it's a long process, 5 or 6 hours of trying to make this felted scarf because it's amazing. So long. You need one of those 6-foot folding tables, end to end.
Yeah.
And you put one person on one side and one on the other, so you need 12 feet of space to try and make your scarf.
She shared a video. That's what kind of prompted it all. Of some ladies doing it, and we're like, that looks like so much fun. They looked like they were having a blast.
Yeah, but long process.
That is a long process. I'd be tired at the end of it.
Yeah. Huh. What else?
What else? Yeah.
Requirements?
I don't have anything.
Well, I picked up my Sorella yarn that I bought off of Marketplace. So Facebook Marketplace, there's yarn people that sell stuff on there, and someone local was selling a whole bunch of
Stellina in it.
It's all the ones I bought have gold stellina. Some Sorella yarn from the States. So I got this at a steal at $15 Canadian per skein. And it sells for 40 some dollars a skein plus shipping and customs fees.
This color is insane. You can't see it, but there's kind of a depth to it.
Yeah.
It's not tonal, but it's not a solid either.
Yeah,
I guess maybe tonal?
It's I guess it's tonal. It's just how it took up the dye in certain spots.
Beautiful.
So it's all the ones I got are DK.
Are they the same color? No.
No, all 6 are different.
Oh, but they look.
These are Gilmore Girl colorways.
Oh, am I laughing or crying? Of course. And Emily. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is Emily Gilmore. It's purpley.
This one's not. This one's called Cashmere. It's
But these
very
go
pale
together. You could easily make a striped something.
This one is Butterscotch.
Ooh. Are they all single skeins?
Yes. This one is called Hep Alien, which is the band from Gilmore Girls.
Oh, wow. I would not have remembered that.
And this is Paris Geller.
Oh my god. So someone bought them and then
didn't use them. And she actually has more Sorella yarn that she was clearing out, but it was fingering weight.
Oh, and you're not.
And bulky. And I just wanted like I wanted all gold Stellina because I was like, what could I do with these? I know. So I was thinking I could use them in color work.
Yeah.
Like in a yoke, and then just pick a different body color.
Yeah.
And maybe not all together, but.
Yeah. But you could. Some of them can definitely go together.
Mm-hmm.
This one kind of is bright. But
Yeah.
like if you do these two, like there is definitely some combos here.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to do 3 skeins, these 3 and these 3.
Yeah.
I think. Although there's like tons of options here.
I know. They just all. I was like, I don't know if I want the bright pink one, but here I am wearing bright pink.
Yeah,
so,
right?
So I was like, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. It's
But
$15 and maybe I'll use it.
And this in color work, like I'm picturing, you know, something at the top of your yoke.
Yeah, just a little pop.
A little pop against a different color or a neutral. It'd be beautiful. These are beautiful.
I know.
I can't get over how squishy they feel.
I was and I'm very impressed with the pricing.
Yeah.
The $15 each.
We love following her, but with the price difference with our dollar and customs, I can't afford US yarn.
No, well, and now with like all of the tariff things that are happening with the States.
I love the Paris colors.
I know. I really
it's
love
not even
this
my color, but I just love how it looks. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting.
So that's one acquirement. Then the other acquirements.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. I was like, hey, we should do this, and then Debbie did it because she's just so awesome. We made stickers.
They're so nice.
They are so nice. Oh, hey,
so I stuck one on my Notions case.
Yes, you did. Speaking of Prairie Fiber Fest, we are going to be giving Lori some of these, and then she's going to be popping them in the giveaway bag. So if you win a door prize, you will win one of our stickers.
I know.
I'm so excited.
They're so cute.
Can I keep this one?
Yeah. You want more than one?
Yeah. Put it on all my things.
I know. I put one on my water bottle. I had to take a sticker off my water bottle to fit it because I was like,
I have a water bottle that I haven't put a single sticker on, so this is going on there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
we
excited.
can give them away.
So excited. Our logo turned out so well, considering
it was such
the headache.
A crazy process. But I do love it.
I do love it.
I love the colors and stuff.
Yes. Okay.
And then I have one more acquirement. So
while busy acquiring.
Well, I know. Well, while we were like, off for a month, Brandie had a birthday.
I did.
She's old now.
Still younger than Debbie.
Yes, I know. And I struggled and was like, what do I get Brandie for her birthday? I don't know what to get Brandie for her birthday. So
it's a common theme this year.
Oh my god. So I made you something.
Yay! I love handmade gifts.
So, on Brandie's birthday, I went and made this knitting needle bracelet.
It's amazing.
So it's a hammered DPN, and like,
how do I put it on?
Well, I just kind of like bend it.
You bend it. Okay, I'm like, is my hand fat?
No, just kind of like bend it open, and then
you
can squish it on.
Okay, I don't want to break it. Love it. You made this? Where did you make it at?
At Little Blue Fiber Studio in Edmonton. She had a workshop thing on your birthday. So,
well, I mean that it was meant to be.
I know. So I was like, I'm going on this day and I'm making Brandie a bracelet.
I love this color. Where did you get the knitting needles? Like
they had the DPNs there.
No way.
So it's a thing that they had going on, and for the start of the fringe, because the fringe was started.
Look at how amazing it looks with my stack right now.
I know.
I'm wearing this to lunch. It's amazing. Thank you
so they
so
had
much.
like purple and green and blue, and they had like thicker knitting needles, but those ones were super hard to bend and stuff. So
I like this.
This was kind of the best millimeter size of DPN to use. So
this is so cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
And then, have you been there?
I haven't.
You're going to love them.
I am.
So, Roasty Coffee is in Sherwood Park, and it's very close to where you work. So I got you a coffee card so you could take a break and go get a coffee and a snack.
It's right down from where Common Ground used to be, right? Community Ground?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like
Common Ground,
the
right?
next Common Ground. It's the next little
strip mall. Yes. I've driven by it a million times, and I'm always like, I should go there.
It's amazing.
Okay.
They have a roastery in the coffee house, and it's very Canmore-esque.
No.
Oh, yeah.
How have I not been there?
I walked in there, I'm like, this would be in the mountains, this place. Like, the plants and the artwork and the vibe, it's very hipster. I took Chris there one day, and he's like, this is where the hipsters come. And I'm like, it is kind of.
Oh, well, I can't wait to go for coffee now.
Yeah, it's super cute. And the food that they serve is made, like, 2 doors down at Everyday Food Co., another local business, and they kind of, like,
they have food?
Partner. So they'll have, at this coffee place, they have, like
sandwiches?
They do have some sandwiches.
Okay, sweet.
Breakfast wraps. They have, like cookies and muffins and cinnamon buns and all that kind of stuff. And it's made 2 doors down at Everyday Food Co. They, like, work together. And they started out smaller, as, like, a coffee shop. And then they expanded and have their roastery, which is behind glass.
Yeah.
So you can, like, see what's going on. Cool. And the owners, are local, like, it's a couple, but the guy, he started roasting beans in his parents' garage and then, like, grew.
That's amazing.
So,
yeah, I drive by it all the time and I'm like, why don't I ever go there? I was actually going to go there to get coffee the one day, but then something happened, I can't remember what, but something happened, my whole day, like, derailed, and I ended up just buying coffee at Sobeys. Yeah,
it's
cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
You.
Yeah. So you can go have some coffee.
Yeah, and it is super close to my work.
Yeah.
Yay!
Reading?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I read quite a bit while I was away on the first part of my little trip. And I read this book called Sunday Morning by Joel E. N. Have you read it?
No.
Okay. It's a 3-book series, and it follows 3 sisters. So the first one's called Sunday Morning. The second one, I think, is called A Good Book. No, Apple Tree. Apple Tree is the second one. The third one's a good book. So my disclaimer about this is I didn't love the second book as much, but I'm going to read a quote of the second book because it is funny. So I didn't love the second book as much because of the themes of the book, and but the book series follows 3 girls, 3 sisters in the 80s. It's written in the 80s, which was kind of fun to read about. So the first book is Sunday Morning, which I really loved.
It was actually written in the 80s, or
no,
it's based in
based. Did I say written in the 80s?
Yes, I'm like, wow, okay.
No, it's very new. It was written like last year.
Okay.
It was set in the 80s.
So there we go.
The first book is set in 1985, and the second one is 87, and I'm assuming the third one is 89. Because all of the characters, the female characters, it's when they're 18. And so they're 2 years apart as their siblings. So the first book is called Sunday Morning, and they are daughters of a preacher who has strong opinions about how his daughters should behave. So it's kind of a coming of age story, and like that independence, and breaking away from, what their parents want for them versus what they want, because like, for example, in the first book, the Sunday Morning, she wants to learn to play the guitar. And she wants to be a singer. But her parents won't let her learn to play the guitar because playing the guitar will give her calluses on her fingers. And that will interfere with playing the piano. And playing the piano is much more feminine and accepted, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So, but there's like quite a bit of that like cultural and religious type stigmas in the book. And the second book, I was laughing out loud. Like, it was just, they're funny. They're so funny. So I was reading the second book. I read the first book, like the first couple days of my vacation with my husband away. And then, I thought I'd love the second book as much, so I wanted to download it. So we were in and out of service constantly. And like, I literally was like checking for service so I could download the second book, because I didn't think that far ahead. I downloaded other books. So in the second book, the second sister, who's 18 in the book, she goes out for the evening and to the movies or whatever, and then she has this conversation with her mom, and it goes like this. Mom frowned. What did you do after the movie? We talked. I lost track of time, and that's why I'm late. I'm sorry. I wasn't born yesterday, Eve. I don't believe you just talked. What did you and Dad do on dates? She narrowed her eyes. Why? Because I want you to think of what you did with Dad on dates and imagine that's what I'm doing on dates. I grinned while squeezing toothpaste onto my toothbrush. Her nose wrinkled, looking at my reflection in the mirror. What's that look for? I mumbled. Were you and Dad naughty? She gave me her usual eye roll, tightening her robe's sash. After I spat and wiped my mouth, she grabbed my shoulders, forcing me to face her. I'm going to ask you something, and I need you to be truthful with me. I blinked several times, waiting for her to continue. Do you still have your virginity? I pressed my lips together and mirrored her narrow-eyed gaze. Like, on me? Right now? It might be in my purse. I'd have to check. If it's not there, I could check the back seat of my car. You know I tend to lose things. I've lost my car keys twice, and I still haven't found my lower retainer. I was dying. I'm sitting in my lawn chair on the fire, giggling. I was like, what's so funny? It's so funny. So, like, the books, like, that is funny to me. Things like that are funny. So, the I haven't read the third book because I was a little bit off-put by the second book, even though that is in the second book. So, it's not, I just didn't love the themes of the book. But, yeah, the first book I would highly, highly recommend. I thought it was really good. Sunday morning. Yeah.
I will have to make that as a note.
Yeah.
I don't remember the stuff that I've been reading.
You need to use the book more, yeah.
I know.
That's how I was like, because I read it a month ago. Like,
yeah.
What can I talk about on the podcast?
I don't remember, like, yeah, I've finished books and I'm like, what the heck did I read? I don't remember. But I just started a new book 2 days ago. And it's an arc. So.
You got an arc?
I did.
Tell me more.
So
That's an advanced reader copy.
Yes. So this author, this is the fourth book in her series. It's Small Town Rom-Com. It is called Hot for Teacher by Stephanie Renee. Mm-mm. Her other three that are on Kindle Unlimited. So you can, if you are on Kindle Unlimited, you can go read them for free. Mm-hmm. And this one is, I'm not very far into it, but basically I have to read it and then I have to give a review on either Amazon or Goodreads or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I signed up on Facebook. No. Again, in one of those weird
groups that you're in.
She had posted and was like, I'm looking for ARC readers, and I saw it like the next day. So I was like, well, this sounds fun. And I just commented, and then it immediately when I commented, it popped up with an application. And you just have to fill out, like, where you would do the review, like, if it would be on Instagram. Like, so many people have, like, what are they called? Bookstagrams and whatever. Yeah. So it'd be on Instagram or Goodreads or Amazon or whatever. So I said I would do it on Goodreads. And it's like, have you reviewed for me before? And I'm like, no. And then, yeah, like, there wasn't a lot to it. Yeah. And then put my email address in, and then she sent me an email with how to get the copy, so I just downloaded it to my Kindle.
Sweet.
And I have to read it. But so I think it will be good. But in the very first page, it starts with knitting. And I was like, this is weird. Like, she's knitting in the first page of this book. But I have a question, because now I'm confused. If the author just didn't do research, and then that kind of turns me off. Because I'm like, you could have, like, looked this up. So she's knitting, and she's a single mom in her 30s. She had her daughter really young, like she was like 16 or 17 or something like that. And her daughter is 15, I think. And her daughter walks in and is like, what are you doing? And she's like, you've picked up another hobby. So apparently this single mom is like trying to find herself. So she's trying all these different hobbies, and one of them happens to be knitting. And her daughter says, what are you knitting? And she says, granny squares. Do people knit granny squares?
I don't think so.
And then she's like, what is that? And she goes, well, you make a bunch of squares, and then you put them together to make a blanket.
I don't think they're really called granny squares when they're crocheted. You can make when you knit squares, you can knit squares, but
granny squares. Granny squares?
No, because granny squares specifically are the ones with like the the
certain motif
in it.
right?
It doesn't like they could be different motifs, but like it has those. Yeah, I don't think you can knit a granny square.
So like that in the very, I'm like, oh, she's knitting in the very first, you know, paragraph of this book that I'm arc reading, and I'm like.
And also, even if you can, it would definitely not be the norm. Like, it wouldn't be the most. Oh, it says there's a knitted granny square. It says, is it knitting if I used crochet techniques but made it with knitting needles? I don't know.
It just seemed weird to me that that was the term she used.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like, why not make this person crochet then? Like, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she knitting? Why not say I'm crocheting?
Yeah. I'm guessing that, so you can do it. There's a Ravelry, how to knit a granny square. I would say that in this case, I would have switched it to crochet because it is a very crochet terminology.
Yeah, like it's more common for people to know that. Is she
Yeah.
thinking that knitters aren't reading her books? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. So that already is my feedback in the very first chapter of this book. That, and it's not like the whole book is going to be about knitting. And has nothing to do with this.
You're already like, I'm frustrated with this.
I know. It's
That's
like
funny.
one little snippet, and then it's really about, well, it's hot for teachers, so she clearly falls for her daughter's teacher at some point. Like, that is going to be coming, I'm sure. But she wrote in the email that she sent out with the copy, like, this is open door, there's scenes in it, and all this stuff. So,
and yeah. So going back to like the granny square thing, I seen something not that long ago, where somebody had posted on one of those groups that were on. It was a screenshot of a page. I don't remember the book or anything like that, but it was a Western themed romance, and there was a couple of sentences about horses. And I don't remember exactly, but it had something to do with the horse terminology would have been wrong, as in like if it was like a gelding or a stallion, because stallions are still intact and geldings aren't, and whatever. I think, don't quote me on that, but it was something like that. And the person was like, "This is frustrating as someone who is in the horse world that this is like so clearly wrong." Right. And at the time I was like, who cares? But now I'm like, she should have used crochet granny square, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. When you are familiar with it,
yes,
it is a little irksome. Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, when like, and that's a simple thing for a writer to do research on, like to know to use proper terminology for certain things, so people are relating to your
it's
writing.
The relation, yeah, for sure.
Like,
yeah,
cool. So I'm like, this just seems lazy. Like, from like the first paragraph.
Yeah.
I don't know, Stephanie Renee.
I don't know. Well,
you didn't do your research about knitting.
Hopefully there isn't any more knitting in the book.
Or I'm going to be like only coming at this from a knitter's perspective.
I'm a knitter, and we don't knit granny squares. We crochet them. We don't. Crocheters do.
Other than that, I've lost all track of your book. And it's just only
I'm derailed from the first page. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, well, let's wrap this up. Yeah, I don't have anything else to think.
I guess, well, in 2 weeks, we are going to be in Macomb.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, if you see us and you've watched us and you want to come say hi, please do. We'll say hi back. I think we're going to try and, I don't know if we'll make it to Lorenzo's Lounge because we have the class, I was going to say course, the class from 9 till noon, and then we're going to go down and shop just really briefly, and then we're going to go for lunch and then come back.
Yeah.
So if you see us, but if you are at Goldie's gathering on the night before, we'll be there, and yeah, we would love to hear from you, and Debbie will bring her Sharpie so she can sign your stuff if you want her signature.
Now watch it, forget it, and then you set me up for failure.
It would make her day if you asked for her signature. All right. See you when we see you. Thanks for watching.
I need to pose.